Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session on AI, LM Studio. So we're going to do an overview of LM Studio, and which is a way to run our models locally and actually open source models locally that are published to their repository. I'm going to show you that in the deep dive of LM Studio, and then we're going to do talk to your PDF task. So I'm going to be instructing the model to be a PDF examiner and to be able to answer questions on that, for example, PDF. But you can do anything else. You can train it to do something else. And that includes coding. So we're going to do coding and that one. And I'll leave to your imagination what else you can do with that power of running models locally. And as I mentioned, it's not only reading PDFs. It can read datasets. It can read, I don't know, presentation or anything else, including images. So that's going to be interesting. But before we get started, I would like to share my thoughts on AI and just give my opinion because I really think AI isn't here to take over our lives. It's here to help us and help us work smarter and faster. Just like the printing press and the internet changed our world, AI brings new opportunities and also new challenges. It can turn a good engineer, um, it can turn a good engineer into a great one. And that reminds us of our future is something we build every day. So, with how quickly AI is improving, even small efforts can now lead to big changes tomorrow, making our future more exciting than ever. So, in this session, we will explore how to use AI and LM Studio to run powerful models on your own machine, keeping data secure and giving you total control. We'll also show you how to talk to PDFs, turning simple documents into something you can query or analyze in real time. Whether you're new to AI or already have some experience, this talk will give you practical tips, step by step demos, and a look to the bigger picture of where AI is headed. Even in the demo itself, you see the limitations of the current models and that they're still not state of the art helpers and providers of solutions, but they do give good guidance to experienced developers. And remember, this is just the beginning of that way of coding. Also, there is a new term, even something like a programming paradigm. Let's not say that, but it's more like a practice, and it's called vibe coding. So, without further ado, let's just dive in. Um, yeah, I'll go to the vibe coding in a minute, but I just wanted to further expand on on that, on maybe on that sentence here that AI is here to collaborate with us and implement our ideas quicker. That's my view. And as I said, AI won't enslave us, it will empower us. It's here to boost productivity, not replace us. If you're if you're a 10x engineer today, AI can turn you into a 100x engineer tomorrow or today. This is how big of an impact we're talking about. Sure, it's a game changer, but this isn't our first big shift. Just talk to seasoned developers, and you'll see we've tackled revolutions before. AI is simply the latest, helping us build remarkable products at a record speed. Yeah, it can be a double-edged sword, but every major innovation has its risk and rewards. The the future isn't something that just happens to us, right? It's something we create. And AI is a tool, not our destiny. So, the human brain, our creativity, adaptability, and intuition still stands above everything else. Technology only amplifies that potential, and it's in our own choices and vision that will shape tomorrow. If you want to know how big this leap can be, think about exponential growth. It's the fastest growing function in math, and I think AI is proving it right now. Uh, I can't wait to see how far this will take us and how fast we can innovate. And in a world where progress once moved at a steady linear pace, AI's rapid acceleration builds on every discovery at a ever increasing speed rate, propelling us to a realm of exponential potential, and that that really redefines what's possible for humanity and the future we collectively shape. So, back on vibe coding, which I mentioned earlier, that's a way of, like, it's an AI independent computer programming practice where a person describes a problem in a few sentences as a prompt to a larger language model or an LLM tuned for coding. Then the LLM generates software, freeing the programmer from having to write and debug the underlying code. Vibe coding is claimed to its advocates to allow even amateur programmers to produce software without the extensive training and skills which coding previously needed. The terms was introduced by Andrei Karpathy in February 2025, and that was like a month ago, and it was listed in the Merriam-Webster dictionary as the following month as a slang and trending noun. But yeah, you can find more in Google and Wikipedia even. But yeah, the definition really comes from this computer scientist Andrei, who is a co-founder of OpenAI and a former AI leader at Tesla. So he introduced the term vibe coding in February 2025, and the concept refers to an approach that that relies on LLMs, allowing programmers to generate working code by providing natural language descriptions rather than manually writing it. So Carpenter described his approach as a conventional using voice commands while AI generates the actual code. It's not really coding. I just see things, say things, run things, and copy paste things, and it mostly works. So that's a quote from Carpathy, who acknowledged that the vibe coding has limitations, noting that AI tools are not always able to fix bugs, of course, obviously, and requiring him to experiment with changes until the problems are resolved. So it's not really going to help you build something end to end, but really it's helping along the way. Yeah. And a key part of the definition of vibe coding is that the user accepts code without full understanding, right? The AI researcher Simon Wilson said, if an LLM wrote every line of your code but you reviewed, tested, understood it all, that's not vibe coding in my book. That's using an LLM as a typing assistant. So yeah, this topic is now getting more and more trendy along developers and the software or IT community at all. And yeah. So an introduction for me is this, but I kindly wrote a small script to do that for you. Okay, so I won't leave you only with the code execution. I'll just open that in VS Code so you can review it. But really, that was done with kind of vibe coding with ChatGPT. I don't think that's a code that I would keep for myself. I would easily open source it, but yeah, what I'm going to show you is this small function. It's done in Python. So I was like, my prompt was engineered in a way to to produce a Python script. So I am aware that with Bash you can do that, but I just left there on the assumption that it can be done with Python. And yeah, I was not shocked when I saw that it can be done. And ChatGPT, in that case 4.5, was able to produce me with that code. I think every other version will also be able, but the newest and latest is, in a way, the smartest way to get to any of the solutions. So if we look at the code, it's importing the libraries, OS, system, time, trading as well. Wow. And then info is my string. So my name is Angel. I'm a software developer. My hobbies are to I like to push AI to the limits and to collaborate on interesting tasks with people as well. Of course, likes sunny walks and mountains and good laughs. Yeah, that's my favorite. Dislikes lack of sunshine and negativity. Yeah, if it's too much. And also dislikes lack of coffee, slow internet. So this string was passed to the function. Oh, and don't forget the audio file which you heard is that simple loopy uh, thing that will just read the file. So if I open a terminal, I should be able to go in that there. And yeah, you see it reads the file robot beep and is able to run it. And matrix fall was the function. I kind of described it like matrix style function in Bash that will just generate me this string in a Terminator way, and it kind of uh, gave me that. And by prompting and going back and forth with the AI, this actually came to that solution, which you can again run it. Python, just use Python 3 to be sure. Intro 9, yeah. I'll make sure the terminal is big enough. But yeah, you can see how it's generated. There are also other versions of the script, which I was using here. No, it's not too different, but we can see intro 7. Yeah, different iterations, variations. So let's see intro 1. Has an issue. But intro 3, okay, that's the matrix way. And yeah, I played a lot with that script, and final version was intro 9 because that was the closest to what I want to see. And yeah, you can use it for everyday tasks, for coding tasks, for developer intros like me. and anything. And so, alright. So we are already at the part where we are going to discuss this toolkit, this AI playground where you can ask your questions, you can do coding, you can do a lot. But let me first start with the question, why local AI? Why not just use ChatGPT or the open and free DeepSeek? Well, many AI solutions depend on the cloud, raising privacy concerns and limiting customization. LM Studio flips the script by letting you run large language models entirely offline, and you can do that on your own hardware. So before I continue with the demo, I'm going to turn off. Uh, I'm going to turn off my internet for the demo purpose, and just to prove to you that we can do stuff without going online. So yeah, what LM Studio brings to the table is the next question. Well, it has integrated model catalog. It's very easy to search, download, manage open source models like Llama, Phi, DeepSeek, R1, or any other. Like I think there's one called GPT-4o, GPT-3. We can browse these uh, in the app, and yeah, it's a self-contained environment basically. It runs advanced AI features like text generation, code assistance, or talking to your PDFs without sharing data externally. But there is a gotcha. Even though local AI improves privacy, you need enough computing resources like RAM, CPU, GPU to handle large models. Check the recommended hardware specs to avoid slow performance. So I'll be running that on a Mac M1 with a lot, actually 32 gigabytes, but that's going to be sufficient for um, the coding model I'm going to use in this demo. So yeah, why not start with the demo and explore everything I mentioned. So yes, I'm going to be disconnected from the web to prove it does not communicate externally. So as you see, Wi-Fi is turned off. Oops, no. Let's uh, let's try playing with the model, and let's do the PDF first. So basically, what I'm showing here is the LM Studio itself. If we go about, well, that's basically the latest version on the website. It provides um, all these sections. So we start with the chat sections where the chats are listed. There's even a nice way to review that in Finder, and that's really it. So if you look, it it just provides what the prompt was, and yeah, all the content from that conversation goes into these little JSON files, which doesn't really go to the web. So I'll start with a new chat. I can even delete my previous ones just to be sure that maybe it doesn't go there, I don't know, but it shouldn't because that's isolated. So let's see. These chat windows our previous tests for coding abilities and for PDF observations and quotes. But let's start now with, we'll delete that one. So let's start with a new chat. So now we're prompted. Oh, actually, I'll start first with this little section, which is advanced configuration. And really, advanced configuration provides our preset. So for your models, you can set your presets, and that's really powerful because now you can instruct your model to you can instruct your model to be something before your prompt. So in that case, I'll show you how I instructed it to make it a PDF analyzer, and we're going to test that. Right. So this preset talk to you PDF actually contains a system prompt, which I'll review in Finder, and it says you analyze every detail of the image of the PDF sent to you, and you're able to provide answers to my queries. And I just explain it in normal English. Maybe it can be done better, more optimized, but what I'm saying is uh, you're able to provide answers on my queries based on the data or lack of data provided in the PDFs. So in case the data is not found, I want it to say, okay, I'm not able to answer that because there's no data. And also when answering, explain where you saw that detail, something like your answer plus that detail you confirm the chart or data provided, so we are sure that this is coming um, from our document. So right, I'm going to grab that. Oh, and I can easily edit it here. Provide more details to my prompt, or that's like a system prompt they call it. I like that. It makes sense because we're telling the system how to react on every next prompt. So that's very powerful, and you can instruct it to do mostly everything. Okay, you have to work with spreadsheets. Just tell it. You need to observe spreadsheets. You need to, for example, tell me each sum, explain each sum, or not sum, I mean function in that spreadsheet, and also explain the relations. I think that's a very good task and a use case for that thing. In settings, you can increase or decrease the temperature, which it really kindly shows you how much. So the explanation for the temperature here is defined as how much randomness to introduce. 0 will yield the same result every time, while higher values will increase creativity and variance. So in my case, I picked a higher temperature, and because I want more creative answers, or even slightly increase it this time. Sampling, I really don't know what's that, but let's hover and see how much to discourage repeating the same token. Repeat penalty. Okay, it's set to something. Top M sampling, minimum cumulative probability for the possible next tokens. Act similarly to temperature. I won't touch this. Minimum base probability of a token to be selected for an output. Okay. And because I don't know what is this, I won't touch it. Structured output, you can provide probably a schema or how to be structured, but I don't touch that. And draft model, I won't touch any of these. I'll just set the temperature and provide my system prompt. And now I'm going to grab my document. So let's see. I've already got some complex sheets. I got this car one and I got this, oh okay, microwave. So I'm going to put this in this LLM and I want to see how and what is going to tell me. And I'm going to fact check that because I want to prove first it's not going to the web, and second it's going to read that and understand, so I can ask what I don't know. I want to ask about some values from that table, or I just want to know something. So here we can easily see this document. If I open it, if I just open it, oh no, I uploaded it, but now it's already going to, yeah. Let's see, I can already ask a question at that point, but I want to first open the spreadsheet so we can pick. Quick start guide, okay. Okay. Time temp. Okay, I want to know about the watts and net weight. Sure. So, how many watts is this product? What is the document about? And no, I'll ask it first. And how much it weighs? How heavy it is? What's the document about? Let's try that. So far so good. Oh, okay, you see it already provides this info. The microwave oven toast grill, okay, it got the proper thing as the model, and the number by Philip has a power rating of 2000 watts. The appliance weighs approximately 9.0 kilograms. Let's verify that. I think, yeah, it's only mentioned here. So if we zoom in, yeah, it correctly picked the watts, and the net weight is 9.0 kilograms. So really it works it works great. It's not connected as you can see. Maybe I'll connect back when I'm doing the React demo, which will be using some modules to pull from React repository, but otherwise all my coding questions will be systemized by the other preset. But so far about these questions I have, it already got the first one. And what is the document about? It's saying the document provided is a user manual for Philips microwave oven toast grill. Excellent. It contains detailed information about the product's specifications. Okay, okay, tell me what I must know, and tell me what to do to turn it on. I don't know. Let's try with simple questions. Okay. On the first, more vague questions, it provides. Okay, it provides what you must know. Power requirements, all of that. Voltage. Ensure your electrical outlet can support this load. Let's see these voltages. Want to double check. Okay, voltage seems to be correct. Good stuff. I don't want to be assuming or guessing this, so and don't want to give that to anyone if it doesn't pick things correctly. Um, 50, 60 hertz of power. Okay. Product dimensions and height. So let's see. Product dimensions. Okay. Product size 525441332. 525. Yeah. So it picks everything. It reads it. It probably double checks. Who knows? But it was quick. It was very quick. And it gives you these further explanations. And on my other question, steps to turn it on. Okay, let's see. Unbox the product. Remove all accessories. Check the power supply. Plug in the appliance. Power on. Press the start stop button. Okay. To turn on, you see a red glow indicating that it's powered on. Sounds good. Select a function. Use the function. Set parameters. Begin cooking. Press the start stop button to initiate cooking. Monitor operation. Okay, that sounds good. By following these instructions, you can safely use microwaves, toast grills. So that's the demo for talking to your PDF. I'll see you in the next demo, which is coding. Hi everyone, and welcome to the second part of our demo, where we are going to check the coding abilities of our DeepSeek coder or any other model maybe. So yeah, first to confirm we're not online, we want to switch to coder. That this time it's asking me for these temperature values. Yeah, that it notifies me that okay, it's updating. Click on value to keep it. Confirm. So I'm confirming my change, and I wanna start a new chat. For that, we're going to see how it generates all of that, and maybe in the end we're also going to see another way of writing and calling LM Studio, but that's for the end. For now, I'm going to ask it to do build. I don't know. Let's try that. So I've instructed it. So that format is not the usual. I've instructed it to be experienced coder, provide code files with my queries in the following format: file path and code block. And on and on. Gives two sentence explanations in concise strict. I think it passed that. But yeah. So we're going to try to use that prompt. Build Django website. So it's going to tell me to go to project settings py. Let's go there. But I'm not still confident. And I want to fix my prompt if question requires other prompt, switch to a different format where explain the solution concisely and easy. Okay, so I'm going to commit these changes to my coder. It's just saving, and now I'm going to ask it, oh, how do I set up my, because that's something it missed. Okay, now that's better. So let's follow on these and maybe ls uh, So in that way, we want to see the current there, and we want to move that. Let's expand. The best way. Right. So we don't want that to roll in our way. Okay, we have some new models we'll test. Which were just downloaded by LM Studio by Cars. So we have Cars project, CD Cars project, we don't need it. So we're going to start with environment. So that's basically creating the virtual environment, and then we want to activate it. Okay, you see it's already breaking. Um, that's breaking the select, but if you're just clicking once, it doesn't break. So that's kind of a bug, but it's understandable. Install Django. We can use that as well. If there are two commands, it will just run them simultaneously or one by one mostly. But in that case, we can try inside our environment. We can install Django. Let's see. Could not find the version. I'm stuck, so I'll paste the error to the LLM. So it's giving me this. See. Right? Use different dots. Okay, we did that. Can we run the previous command? It's not able to install Django. I'll just give it a go with both of these. It's pretty big, but maybe the context window allows that big of a prompt. Can we? Oh, it's trying to connect to Pi. So yeah, that's a moment where I can confidently say, and you can confirm that it's running offline. So I'm going to run and go back online just to get my pip um, dependency. So yeah, you see now it just runs fine. So we can continue. Doesn't matter really. I'll just keep my online connection, and easily to prove how handy it is to delete this, it just goes like delete, and as I showed you earlier, all of that content is part of this file, which is in a JSON structure. Kind of easy to read if you know JSON, but it's programmatical way to represent different keys and values. So, for example, key versions has this array of objects and all of that, but it's a way to structure your data. And in that case, prompts, and you see sender name. That's a pretty interesting JSON where you can find all of your data represented programmatically by the LLM for the LLM, not for humans maybe, but still it can give you all your answers to like what you've asked before, which model did you use, which I don't know, It just gives things like anything, types, text, I don't know, contents, and some other bits. But if we go back, we'll see the next commands. Pip install. Let's see if we are going to run some Django at all, and just come back to our Django admin. Okay, we are here. Let's continue. See Django admin this time. Start project. Did it start? Oh. Oh, it's already project ls. CD project, right? And then Django admin startup cars. So it's now saying go to project settings by and add cars to installed apps. Okay. Cars, comma. Let's continue Python. Oops. Yeah, you see double click is breaking the UI. But if you're careful with single click, it will work for you. Migrate, no such file. Oh, because we need to do it back. Oh, that's cool. No module named cars. That's a hell of a error. And I'm not even going to read it. Or up is great insta touch cars. Init by. Okay. And then cars model by. No such file. Oh, it's already created. We can use it. Oh, that was. It was complaining for that exact migration, but let's see. No. Still unhappy. Let's see. So you see, it performs very quick without any internet. It says my project cars init by. My project init by. Okay, and then car. Model spy. They're they're next to each other. Cars init by. Model spy should be this. It's already. I don't know. What's the content of init? Example. Oh, it forgot to tell me. That was sneaky. AI. Still going to fail. I'm just gonna give their and see if it's gonna catch up. Installed apps in settings by product includes, yes, settings by, yeah, cars, yeah, touch cars, you need by models by, is that? Oh, that was interesting. No such file cars. CD project. Okay. So yeah, maybe it would take me a long time to fix all of that and maybe start from scratch, but you can see that, let's see how to run this project. Let's see if it's going to be able to. Source is activated. Let's see if a run server will at least do something. Ooh, I'm not able to run. Let's see if it's gonna catch up. Maybe if I remove that, stop complaining. Huh, you see? Don't listen to the AI. Now we want to run the server. Oh, Python. How? It's that one. Oops. Just copy that and run the server. See? Uh, should go on the web. Okay, so you see that was able to run a simple Django website, but the errors were getting more tricky and tricky. So for that demo, we used DeepSeek Coder V2 Lite, and that was kind of answering quickly. As you see, we noticed this bug with the UI, but yeah, there was mostly that one, and we can continue debugging, but it will take forever. So it's not like easy to achieve everything side by side. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's just giving you some guidance. It's not end-to-end solution like do it and it will do it automatically. The only thing that's getting closer is coming to the next part of the demo, and you'll see it right now. It's very interesting. Hi everyone, and welcome to the very last part of our demo where we are still going to try something that I recently, very recently found, and it's pretty amazing. It's really giving you a web UI. You run it inside Docker. Oh, I just wanna get disconnected. Oh, I'm already disconnected and get my hands dirty with this too. Okay, so I just haven't run it still, but let's go. So let's see, it's called bolt test cd, and now let's see, that was done by Docker. So let's see, we want to run, so for building, that's the command. It will build the Docker for AI development. Oh, it's failing. Oh, because there's no internet. We don't want to prove anything by that, so let's just build our image, and then when it starts making the requests, we will go back offline just to prove our AI benchmark. So, okay, spoiler alert, we are going to see this AI integrated tool with the web UI, which I hope it will get a file, or at least the file structure where it explains, so I'm not even copy pasting it, it just does it for me, right? And that's it. Hopefully it will at least write the first few files. But as you see, these are the first steps of making that and running locally, which is the beauty of it. Probably there are already working tools that just require you, and that one also requires and can use online models, but it still provides Llama and LM Studio as providers, so we'll check on that. So yeah, here it's complaining, but I don't want to check these. I want just to see how I can up my environment, because that's already set up. So these two containers run all of that, and it's going to connect to this LM Studio servers, and we can load our models. So you can see this is how LM Studio handles the models and how maybe keeps them, and you're able to list them and use them externally, which we're going to do that. We're going to do that right now, and we're probably going to pick some of the ones I just downloaded earlier for that task. So yeah, they're here. I can copy the base URL, but I've copied it and set it properly here. So let's just head in directly to that site which I tried to open earlier. That's the Django. Maybe like close that. That's the repo. That's different. That's what we need. So I'm expecting to see both at least picking the models, but we can simultaneously look at what the terminal is saying, because it can be erroring out. Who knows? So that's a handy view. Mm. All right, that's what we wanted to see. I was sharing the terminal. but still want to see what's going on. Okay, that's too small. Too. That's fine. So picks up the list. So you can even set it for. So that's both DUI, the project. You can even set it to Anthropic CodeSphere, but LM Studio is one that I wanted to pick. And here in these little settings, you can see the control panel and go to local providers and set your LM Studio, and then you paste your API endpoint. So let's go offline and check all of that because I'm super curious. So Wi-Fi off, LM Studio, is it running? Come on. Maybe not that way. We can copy the link and we can see. Okay, unexpected endpoint, but that's a response from a server. So we shouldn't worry about what is the response. We should worry if it doesn't respond. So that's good. We even have some like open AI like connect to OpenAI compatible API endpoints. That's pretty cool. And maybe that's part of some other demo, but let's check. LM Studio Quen. So here that list should match these load models, and basically we'll try something with less. I think there is even GPT. We'll try GPT, but I think this one is one that's going to be interesting. So let's see load model. I don't want to stop server. Let's pick 3 billion parameters. So build new React website. At this point, I don't know what to expect, but still, I'm happy to see it's thinking, it's giving me some dialogues, and let's see how. Oh, and there is this code editor I was talking about. We can expand that, and we can see how, if it's going to dynamically type there. Okay, certainly. Right. These are commands still, not real files. But okay, that's impressive. It's not even asking me to copy paste all of that. See, it's just building my package JSON. Well, that's pretty cool. It counts all of these changes, which is super cool. Oh, look, it's now writing main. So we can read, which is we're disconnected. No need to prove that. Let's see. Create components, setup routing, artifact. Okay, let's leave it. That will give it more time to fix. Oh, terminal error. Failed start application. Would you like both to analyze and help? Yeah. Zot error. Wait. Not found vid. Okay, that needs internet. It will download packages from. Yeah, so now it's going to do that. npm install g. I'm not touching anything. It will just. Okay, maybe. Or can I interact? Let's see. I'll just do that. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, you don't have permissions. Look at that. Um, can I just prompt it again? Continue. Let's see if it's going to automatically do the rest. That's Gwen 2.5 color 3. I may be switching the model if it's not going to be able to catch up with what I'm asking for. If you don't see that little button, it's right here to expand the developer view and the code div preview. Oh, no preview available. That was going to be nice. So yeah, you see it has div preview. Maybe when it's able to run, or maybe when you use it with like other model, let's say hook it with OpenAI, use their latest, which in that case is not correct because latest is 4.5, but these are still pretty amazing models. You can set up and set your key by entering your API key, so that's pretty amazing at the beginning and in every sense. So if we go back to LM Studio, actually let's go back to our chat. Oh, oh, maybe it's stuck, who knows. I'll just pick a more powerful model and say proceed to fix my set and run it please. I want to see it. So that's a basic instruction. Oh, it lost the files. Let's see what it's going to do. But yeah, there are flaws as I see. Uh, or maybe I shouldn't have opened another window, but that wouldn't really happen in online version that's running in the cloud from, let's say, within ChatGPT. Oh, but they don't provide that functionality at all. So, oh, okay, it's picking up some old stuff. Going to run npm install. Oh, look at that. Now preview window is showing nothing. Okay, well, let's see. Add landing page, add header, footer, and title car site. Let's see. That's very vague and very uncertain what I'm asking, but let's see if it will pick. Let's see if it will add some code for that. But see, it's running it. That was impressive. So in its own boat terminal, it just ran the project. Mm. Please follow the response format. Oh, that's a shame. Mm. It's very stuck. I would simply try again. delete the whole thing. Start a new chat. Build and run. Oh wow. We started off with bunch of files. Let's see. Let's see if at least you run something in this preview. Oh, wow. Understood. Okay, I don't want to run that. It looks scary. I want you to run it. Oh, now it's going to do index. Good stuff. Yeah, that looks cool, but let's see if it runs. Alright. I don't know. Hmm. It's not happy. Maybe it needs this. So that was human interaction. Right. Run dev. Start prompting. Oh, that's it. That's coming from the code. Uh, Index? Or no? Yeah, it's here. Can say can we just refresh? Ah, it doesn't like my heart. Let's just finish normal with an exclamation. Thanks for watching the demo. So, yeah, that was kind of impressive in its own way. It's running purely locally. Yeah, I did. So, at head I did it run locally, and it's going to pick all of that. And yeah, for the purposes of this demo, I think that's what I wanted to prove and show how it really can um, give you some guidance, not end-to-end solutions, and it's not even close to perfect. It's more like it's good. I would say it's something that can give you some guidance, and including LM Studio, running your models locally. That's cool. And actually, you see people are integrating that in any other tools like Bolt, and these are very famous repositories to run your models. And Bolt UI. So yeah, to go back and see this project. So yeah, it's a pretty cool one, a lot of stars, a lot of info. So I'm leaving that in the slides, but yeah. Mm, Thank you for uh, watching. And if you have any questions, I think now is the perfect moment to do that.